The evil side of marketing. From the way items like groceries are organized in the store to certain colors used for promoting certain types of products, and even the type of music being played in different stores, marketing is everywhere around us. It can be a powerful tool for businesses to connect with their customers and promote their products or services. However, it can also be used in manipulative and deceitful ways. In this video, we'll explore the evil side of marketing and examine some of the tricks, psychology, and paid media tactics companies use to influence consumer behavior. I'm sure all of us have at least once, if not so many times that we've lost count, been victims of marketing. Just think about it. You have breakfast, get in your car, and on your way to work see so many billboards of delicious looking snacks or drinks that even though you've literally eaten half an hour before, you can't resist the urge to stop at a drive-thru and grab a snack and some sort of drink. And this is the most basic example that I'm sure the whole world knows about, but still fails to resist anyway. But let's take a look at some of the tactics that are not that easy to notice at first, or if you're not in marketing, that is. One of the most common tricks used in marketing is called bait and switch. Apart from being unethical, it's actually illegal in some jurisdictions, as it misleads customers into thinking they're getting a good deal, when in fact the deal being offered is not available, and never was available in the first place. This tactic involves advertising a product or service at a low price, but then pressuring customers into purchasing a more expensive item once they're in the store or on the website. For example, a store might advertise a TV at a low price, but when customers come to the store, they discover that item is not available, and they're urged to purchase a more expensive model. Or an advertisement of a car with a low price and great options, but when the customer visits the dealership, it turns out that the car is not available at that price, and the customer is offered a more expensive model. This can be especially insidious when it comes to items like car repairs, where customers may not have the knowledge or expertise to fully understand the cost of the service they're being offered. Now, you may be wondering whether there's a way to protect yourself from falling for this trick. Well, you can try to protect yourself by being wary of advertisements that seem too good to be true, and by researching products or services before making a purchase. It's also important to read the fine print, as some advertisements may have restrictions or exclusions that make the offer less appealing. You should also be aware of your rights, and if you feel like you've been misled or mistreated, you can report it to the local consumer protection agency. Another very common tactic used by some companies is so-called price skimming. It involves setting a high price for a product when it is first introduced, and then gradually lowering the price over time. This allows the company to extract as much money as possible from early adopters who are willing to pay a premium for a new and innovative product. Just think about the time you went shopping and saw a piece of clothing that you really liked. But it was from a new collection, and the price was probably higher than you would usually be willing to pay for a similar item. But let's say you got it anyways, thinking you deserve a little reward. A few weeks pass and you go to that exact same store and look at that exact same item, only this time it's on a discount. And if you went there again after a few more weeks, it would be at a price even lower than the discounted one. At that moment, you're probably wondering what the true value of that item is if its price keeps getting lower than the initial one. And this applies to every single thing on the market, whether it's clothing, cosmetics, furniture, technology, or even food. This is why it's important to plan your purchases in advance and be aware of the product lifecycle. You can also shop around and get to know prices of different vendors and then wait for the price to drop. Another revolutionary aspect of marketing is the way they use influencers and famous people you're likely to trust when promoting the product. For example, if a well-known successful dentist shows up in a toothpaste commercial, you're most likely to go and buy that exact toothpaste rather than the one that had some random actor in a commercial, right? Or if an influencer is hired to promote a certain product through social media platforms, it's most likely that you'll find yourself thinking that the product must truly be amazing if a person with so much money still chooses to use that certain product from all other options on the market, and you end up buying it. It's very common nowadays that big companies would hire a micro-influencer to promote the product because they're believed to be more trusted by the audience due to being new in the game, so you'd assume that they're more honest. However, there's something more concerning than these tactics. So, one of the most concerning aspects of marketing is the use of data collection and analytics to track and influence consumer behavior. Companies can use this data to personalize their marketing messages, but they can also use it to manipulate or exploit their customers. For example, data can be used to identify and target vulnerable individuals, such as those with financial or health problems. Companies can also use data to determine the most effective ways to influence consumer behavior, such as by identifying the times of day or days of the week when people are most likely to make a purchase. In conclusion, while marketing can be a valuable tool for businesses to connect with customers and promote their products and services, it can also be used in manipulative and deceitful ways. It's important for consumers to be aware of these tactics and take steps to protect themselves by being vigilant and informed about the products and services they're considering, and by being mindful of the personal data they share with companies. On the other hand, companies should be transparent and ethical in their marketing practices and avoid using manipulative tactics to deceive or exploit their audience. The key is to strive for a balance, where companies can successfully promote their products and services while still being respectful of the consumer's rights and well-being. This brings us to the end of today's video. Let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified whenever there's a new video for you.